Hey everyone, it's Nicole Hines, Bellabar Holistic Aesthetics and Life. Just had a new client leave here who was, asking about when I got started in aesthetics and when was I a hairstylist. Just getting acquainted and asking me about my career, and had me feeling some kind of way upon reflecting on this almost 30-year journey. And, I felt compelled to come and talk to any of you who are new. Well, you don't even have to be new, but who are in the beauty business or who have launched your new business in the last few years, especially, during this pandemic and hanging out in Clubhouse and seeing all the people who have left careers and left jobs and are embarking out in this world of trying to get acquainted with social media and your target market and what it is you really want to do and what is it that makes you happy. I just wanted to come and say, be kind and gentle and patient with yourself. Have grace on this journey of learning what works for you and what does not work. You guys see all these products over here? All that is mine. All that is Bellabar. All that is the culmination of almost 3 decades of getting here. Some things happen overnight, overnight successes, someone being a model being discovered on the street, or, an actor going to their first, outtake or whatever, or reading and getting the job. That happens. But for most of us, it takes time and it takes going for tryouts over and over and over again. And that's just the reality of life. Don't forget, there are the lessons to be learned all along the way, with all of the no's, with all of the going back to the drawing board and starting over. Just know that that's part of the process. If there's something that you really want to do, especially if it's over here in this self-employed realm, one thing you have to be comfortable with is knowing that every day that you wake up, you pretty much won't know how much money you make. You can think you do, you can have an idea. When I go to bed, the night before, I've seen my book and my book is full, but you never know what's going to happen the next day, especially with COVID. You have to be able to rock with that and be comfortable with that. Because being self-employed, you're not going to have a paycheck coming every 2 weeks or every week knowing exactly what's going to happen. You gotta, there's the hustle and the grind, and there is truly, I believe in wanting to be self-employed or being a solepreneur, having an understanding of what it means to be creative and what it means to tap into your confidence. I'm not saying that you're going to be with confidence all the time, but you got to know how to find those corners of your soul in order to lift yourself up without anyone else being around to help you with that in order to do what you got to do. So this new client who was asking me about, where I come from and how I got here, I was thinking about how 2011 is when I launched my wax and skincare business separate from my hair business when I knew I was ready to go. That was also the year our daughter was diagnosed with leukemia, and we lived at Children's Mercy Hospital for that whole year of 2011. And in talking to her, I was thinking about how insane of me to have embarked on the life that I now have 10 years ago, making the decision to leave what I was doing to get to where I am now. 10 years. I've had 2 locations now for 3 years. So that was 7 years into it of having 2 locations. But being patient and having that drive and not beating myself up with the successes and the failures along the way, just continuing to keep it moving, is why Kyler and I, my daughter, are here today. So I just want to encourage anyone who today, on this Friday, whatever the date is, who's questioning this path that you've decided to take, where you're not getting a paycheck, where you've got to figure out this hustle and grind, figure out how to market, figure out PR, figure out the budget, figure out what it is that you're offering, figuring out the pain points for your target market, for your clientele, figuring out what is your target market, all of those things. I just wanted to come and encourage you and say that you will make it to the other side. You will make it to the day when you wake up and you're like, hey, I'm here. There's so much empowerment in self-employment. There's so much empowerment in being a soulpreneur or solopreneur. It's not for everyone. It's not for the weak at heart. But if you really want to do it, you can. And I just wanted to come and encourage anyone today to not give up today. Don't give up this year. Don't give up this month. Keep going. Go back to the drawing board and look at what's working and look at what's not. Be honest about that. If you're segueing over from one area of business to another, I'll leave you with this. My hair clients are not my skin clients. My skin clients are not my yoga clients. My yoga clients are not my hair clients, and so on and so forth. Each area that I have decided to tap off into and to provide services in has meant almost 99% having to tap into a new audience. Those people don't carry over from one area to the other because they already have somewhere that they're going for the new thing that you're wanting to do, or they're just not interested in that. So if you're already in business and doing something and you're going to add a whole new section, like when I was a hairstylist and I didn't add wax and skin, I started a completely different business, Nikki's Wax Bar versus Nikki's Niche. But I knew that for the most part, my hair clients would not want Brazilians from me, would not want skincare from me. That's a different target market. When I started the yoga, I knew that my skin clients, my wax clients, and my hair clients weren't necessarily going to want yoga. It goes beyond the simplistic premise of, well, they're all humans and all humans should want a yoga, or all humans have skin on their face, so they all should want a facial. Or everybody except for bald people, unless you specialize in making hair grow back, need their haircut. Doesn't work that way. So if you're thinking about adding something hugely different from what you already do, or switching to something else and thinking you're just going to bring those people with you, that's not how it works. You need to dig in and figure out who are these new people who are going to come to you for this new thing. Because again, when you look at the pain point of what you want to provide your product or service for, the people you currently provide for don't want or need the new thing that you're going to do. It doesn't necessarily work that way. So keep that in mind when you're moving from one thing to another. And family and friends, it's the same. Like, they'll come once or twice and support you in something because they love you and they want to support you. But that's not necessarily your target market. Cousins and them, they're not. Auntie and them, they'll come once or twice, again, because they love you and they want to support you. But don't get salty with them when they don't come all the time or whatever. Because, I mean, unless they were looking for what you offer, that's not where the attention is going to be. So I hope this was helpful. Again, this was really for anyone who's like feeling very frustrated today and you're thinking about giving up. Don't give up. Just go back to the drawing board. And again, just look at everything and be honest about what you need to take out, what's not working, and what is working. Doesn't mean you have to not do something forever, but for right now, certain things aren't working. Move them to the side and work on the things that are, even the parts that you don't like. Even the parts you don't want to spend your time on, if it's parts that can allow you to level up and get to that next thing, then go ahead and focus on those and then circle back around to the parts that you really like. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I hope you guys have a fabulous afternoon, and I will see